Wexler with PIF Technologies, bringing another automation in action weekly post. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about augmenting SharePoint in your electronic document management or ECM with this plugin tool called Encodian Filer specifically. It sits on top of the Microsoft tech stack and enables all the limitations or most of the limitations of SharePoint to be augmented with this product. So if we go into a typical SharePoint site, you'll notice a very folder-esque type approach. When you go to a document, so something like a PDF, you'll notice when we open that PDF, it's in a very limited viewer control here. So you have, and this edit button really doesn't do anything, you have the ability to download it, you have the ability to save it as a favorite, but you have no document manipulation capability, removing, adding, inserting pages, those types of things. You also really don't have the ability to search for metadata. So when you open up a document and you look at the properties of that document, you'll notice that you have very minimal kind of capabilities here in terms of searching and editing this data. Now you'll notice there's a couple things here. You have date fields, you have numeric fields, but you don't really have this concept of tabular fields. And you don't really have the ability to see holistically kind of, Acme companies' invoices across all the different folder sets, right? So how do we handle that? That is Filer. So Filer's a plugin, essentially. I'll show you kind of the back end here, but this gives you that metadata search capability. So you'll notice this can be integrated with Dynamics. In fact, in this particular use case, it's integrated with Dynamics CRM. You'll notice you could search by employee ID or employee name. Here I searched by employee ID. It brought up John Doe. When we click on that, it will now load Filer's predefined, and we've set this up kind of ahead of time, the different sections, and as you'll notice, it pulls in some other information specific to John Doe in this particular case from Dynamics. You'll see here at the top the sections. So if I only want to see onboarding documents, now in the case of a typical SharePoint site, you're going to have to do that in a folder. If somebody puts in the wrong folder, it's hard to find and keep everything kind of in one nice spot. So this could be used in a project scenario where you put in a project number or a customer number. Same kind of concept here. You'll notice that now in onboarding, you have these 5 different kinds of subsections. So you can filter this down by using the sections capability. Now, one of the nice features here is you can do multi-pronged type capability. So if I select multiple, I can share multiple documents. I could bookmark multiple documents. If I select a document here, you're going to get your full annotation capability. So we can come in and annotate, freehand type stuff. And annotations are onion skin layers. You can come in and see the integration thumbnail panel where you can then utilize these insert, replace, extract, delete. So this will allow you to basically manipulate the document. There are a number of additional tools in the Encodian portfolio, specifically around trigger and triggering multiple events. So you'll notice there is this run trigger event down here. This will allow you to basically execute a Power Automate script. And so using Flower, which is a component, there's 150 document-specific triggers and actions you can take. The benefit here is you can actually there is no document library limitation like there is, I think it's 5,000 or 50,000 documents within a document library, and you can't trigger a Power Automate workflow to initiate from multiple document libraries, whereas Filer and Trigger allows you to do that. So once you're in here, you can also change the metadata. So we come to our document properties, you'll see that it automatically brings in some. We can come in and edit some of this information here. You can also add additional information. There's support for tabular data. You're able to import additional documents. So you do have the ability here to upload additional documents. So you can browse out, grab a particular file, and then give it the document type. And as you see here, again, it's metadata driven versus folder driven. So you can do daisy chaining or cascading field selection. So if I select onboarding, and then select contracts, it's a daisy chain kind of capability there in terms of indexing. You're also able to bookmark. Bookmarking, as you see here, which I've already done, bookmark will then it will show up in your essentially right on the home screen within your bookmark. So if you want to, it's basically like a favorite. You will notice a number of these other features. You can copy documents. You can check in and check out in version control documents. It does offer output, so print and download, and then your share capability. So we can come in here and share. And again, I can select any one of the M365 users that are in my system, as well as manually entering. You will see a full version history of everything that happened to that document. This is configurable in the back end. And you'll notice that you can hit the refine documents, which will allow us to, and this screen here is customizable as well, so we can filter based on date ranges or keyword searches. Using the indexer option for Encodian, we can make all incoming documents text searchable. And if there are any documents that are already in SharePoint, we can actually go in and do a post process and add that text layer for them. If you hit reset, it just brings you back to the root page here, and you'll notice we have our bookmarks where if we wanted to get to one of those favorites, we can easily see that direct deposit form or the employee contract. You also have this multi-entity upload. So say, for instance, you wanted to upload multiple documents into multiple different employee folders, EID01, for instance, here for the employee ID. You'll notice we can actually add multiple documents to multiple different employees at the same time, which is a nice feature, something you don't get with SharePoint out of the box. On the back end, this is the kind of setup. So you'll notice there's quite a few different configuration options here. Demographics is really just what is the fields and how they map to the library. You'll see library management, records management. So it comes with full records management. Whether we merge, move, and whatever the operation is associated with when a document becomes at the end of its life cycle. Policy management, so you can do things like certain policies based on the date created, so we can move documents or delete documents, and you have an expiration report which you can run for those particular expired documents. This is where you set up those trigger events. So when you're in the filer, that little trigger button will allow you to execute different types of triggers. And again, a trigger is essentially, it initiates a Power Automate script, essentially. Flow, excuse me. As well as the audit events, as you can see here. And this will give you kind of a high-level audit trail across the entire filer platform. So if you haven't heard of Encodian, go check out their website or reach out to PIF Technologies on piftech.com. You will notice they do have a number of different products here. Today we're focused on the filer, but these all work in conjunction with one another. So if you're looking for a Chat GPT, Chat AI function, ask AI. It doesn't push your data up into the cloud. So if you do have sensitive data, this is a great plugin. And each one of these things all work together. So depending on the type of document management workflow processes that you're doing may dictate what products you use here. Thanks, and like and subscribe for more.